Have marker on here.
Buttons.
Yeah, buttons should probably get checked, shouldn't they? So, do a thing. Oh no, we got discarded. What are we gonna do? Yeah, I mean, we don't need the other one anyway, so that is fine. And large bench. And seems okay. And alright, I think that's all of them that we want. The last bit we can do is state 2. Change to we can have a GX marker if we want as well. it's pretty snazzy. I mean, it's. I wouldn't have cared if it was just still a V-star marker and stuff. But I noticed the state when I was testing earlier today, like yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." So
I stuck it in during an update.
Yeah, did yeah. All right, what would you like?
Heads, please.
Okay, I guess I will go first. Let's see what we can do. Alright. I do have a basic for what it is worth here. So let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, the classic shaman start. Well, at least if we have that next set, it'll be a bit more reasonable because it'll be Lele start almost all the time. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. We're gonna Trainer's Mail here. That's also a card that basically disappears next set. Well, I got one, but I'm not sure I like it. It's gonna be a bit awkward, I think, with the Sycamore, but that is fine. We will just fire another Trainer's Mail then. See if we can get something better. The answer is yes and no. Pulling a real Mephiles here. We're gonna get Level Ball. Because I think that actually makes it like mostly better here. I think I can go with that. So we'll fire off the Level Ball. See what we want to do. Right, so that's all of those available. One of those is priced, okay. Oh, that's going to be kind of annoying if I one of those out, but maybe not, because we've got GX attacks now that can do some pretty good stuff, so might not be the end of the world. Okay, right, we are going to grab Dartrix.
Yep.
So we can set down our forest. This is why I was like, kind of this hand is trash with the Sycamore there, and then Level Ball makes it better. Forest of Giant Plants, we can go all the way up to Decky straight away. I will just pick one of these up here as well, because we're going to Rainbow Energy. Yeah, there is nothing else to put it on, so I might as well do that bit now. And we will Sycamore, which is going to pitch Super Rod vs Seeker. Not a great opening until I got exactly, you know, like the Trainer's Mails doing work here, so that is good for me. Just going to throw Rowlet down, and that's actually going to end the turn there. Go ahead.
Hey. Well, I think this goes.
Sure. Yeah, that does mess things up a little bit, doesn't it?
We'll Ultra Ball, discarding Klefki and VS Seeker.
Ooh, yep. Klefki coming in, huh?
I'm honestly surprised that wasn't started. I'm honestly surprised. I thought it was drawn for turn, but I'm paying that much attention.
Well, I wouldn't know because I can't see that bit. At least I'd like to hope I can't.
I think we'll get that.
Okay, yeah.
Get an unknown farewell letter.
Yep.
We have a Combi.
Oh, okay.
Buddy Buddy Rescue.
Yep, I do not have a thing to get, do I? Just making sure I do not.
We will farewell letter again.
Yep. Vespiquen, huh?
That is an unfortunate discard this early, but we need a bit more here.
Fair
So we're discarding Ultra Ball and Special.
That's why order is usually Sycamore then farewell letter.
Yeah.
Well, I had that in hand already.
I mean, the fair level can just sit on your bench while you play Sycamore. That's the point.
You have Zora
Zoroark, Vespiquen, okay.
with Klefki. We will attach the Klefki to. Guess it doesn't matter. It's just there's not megas in this matchup.
Yep. So for those who are seeing on the other side here, I'll get the one from the discard. If this Pokemon's on the bench, you may discard all cards attached to it, attach it to a Pokemon as a tool, blocks all damage done by Megas for that until, whilst it's attached, and then at the end of the opponent's turn, it gets discarded.
You're probably not getting an attack off next turn, which is at least something here.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, you'd need a DCE.
Yeah, DCE isn't exactly an uncommon card. Actually, it is uncommon. Exactly
it's
uncommon.
Exactly, it is an uncommon card.
Rarity humor.
Problem is, that's a big 2-price chungus. It needs to get out of there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of do agree with this because otherwise it's like, yeah, I could just get 2 prizes off of that. So Sky Return, is that everything?
Yeah,
What else
that'll
are
be
you
a
doing
Sky
with
Return.
DCE here? See, that'll sit on the Combi and hope it doesn't get poked down by double Decidueye.
Yeah, I mean, he did get rid of my forest, so that is not as easy this turn. As a spoilers, I guess, because of forest, we don't really play Red Candy in this at the moment. So it's not going to be the easiest thing to get away. Well, I did have the DC, so there is that. Okay, right, what else do we want to do with this turn is the question. 6. This is going to look really weird, but I think we're going to do it anyway. We're going to Shaman draw the 1 here. Well, that probably helps a bit. Let's see.
Let's do some tidying up.
Yeah, this kind of potentially changes things a little bit. Ultra Ball, pitching, grass, and Sycamore here. Yeah, we're not going to be... Of course, it's next card. We're not going to be able to get to a second decky this turn, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I also don't think I'm going to be that massively threatened immediately. So I think we can afford to do that. I'm going to put Fury Belt down here, and I'm going to Ninja Boy the Shaman into Tauros.
Makes sense.
You can tell that some lessons were potentially learned from our previous encounters here. Right, since I'm doing 70 on active anyway, yeah, we'll have our Hour of the Combi and take the prize on Zora here.
Farewell letter.
Okay.
Okay, we haven't seen this played yet, I don't think. Hint roller.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, draw a card and discard state. That's pretty good.
Bad that exists.
Yeah.
I have to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess you need to thin the hand down a bit more here, huh?
Thing is, I might just have to send this hand. As unfortunate as that is. Well, we'll see. We'll DCE the active.
Yep.
Shaman EX for 2.
Seems alright, yep.
You have a Combi. Yeah, we just have to send it, unfortunately.
Zoro. Ooh, yeah, okay. That is kind of painful. We've got to try and get somewhere here, huh?
Farewell letter.
Yep.
Do you have a queen?
Okay.
We're doing 90 right now.
Yeah.
Acrobike.
Yep. Another card that dies next set.
I think we take that.
That's fair.
And we'll do it again.
Yep.
Bye.
Yeah, it's just you can't really get away. I mean, maybe in this sort of deck because you're dying to it in one hit anyway, but you really can't get away with doing this in the face of Garbodor next set. So that's why this card, this and Trainer's Mail basically just die next set. You know, there are some decks that play them, but most decks just do not have the luxury to play these cards anymore once Garb comes in.
Again, I think we need damage here, so... And we have a third.
Zoom zoom! It's funny because Acrobike is the one that does the tricks too, it's not the one that actually is for speed.
Boing, boing, boing,
Yeah.
boing, boing, boing.
Yep.
So we're at 120.
Yep.
I should probably be safe here. So Ultra Ball discarding Zoroark and Ultra Ball.
Yep. I was about to do that, but yep.
Oh, what do we get here? I think we get that.
Alright.
Put down Shaman for 4.
Yep.
We're on the bike again.
Boing, boing, boing,
All
boing,
4
boing,
and
boing,
one
boing.
turn. That's a good feel, huh?
I think we take that.
Okay.
Farewell letter.
Yep.
Special charge.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Oh, there's only one in there. Do I
There
do
is only
one?
one. Yeah.
No, I think I should wait on that actually. Yeah, let's wait on that. It's probably safer. And we will be revenge for 150.
Yep. That's where we got to. Not bad. Alright. We will draw. Level ball. Grab ourselves Mr. Hoot. Six. We will end. Five. Okay. Well, that certainly changes things a little bit. Okay, so now obviously the problem is just how much we have here. So 150 at the moment. 180 potentially. There's a lot, but I mean the prizes don't lie. Alright, try this now. I guess we'll take it as an Ultra Ball. Not sure if Forest would have actually done anything better there, to be honest. It's just, like, you know, sort of hoping, but at the same time, probably don't need it. Okay, We do have a second decky, so we will get that down. Sorry, there's just a little bit more to think about in this turn. Because there's a couple of ways around of doing this, and I think both are reasonable. Alright, let's take out one of the combi. Because we've got 2 feather arrows, so we do that. Ooh. See, now you're just tempting me. Alright, I'll bite. DC on the Tauros, Floatstone on the active, and we will Shaman for 4. Getting that off the prizes like completely changes a lot of the thinking on this turn, to be honest. But I don't know if it changes anything else from there. Floatstone on the other Decidueye I think should happen anyway. Yeah, probably fine. We'll switch out and Horn Attack for 70 to finish this off.
Yep. Got it. Oh, probably has to go in.
See, we're at 180 at the moment, so... This
You might be able to do a bit better.
I mean, there's a non-zero shot. You do have quite a few cards out of it. Oh! Okay. Can't say I expected that, but alright.
So 180.
That's your current hit, so you need another 4 in the discard to get this guy out in one shot.
Might be doable. We'll Revitalizer to get back a Combi and a Vespiquen.
Okay, so we'll need another 6 to get it now.
Oh, that'd be funny, but it's so risky.
It's all the unknown gone.
VS Seeker for Sycamore.
Okay.
So that gets 2 in there.
Wow, there were more. Wow. Okay.
Yes, I'm aware this is scary.
Oh, yeah.
Special charge.
Uh-huh.
Not that I would have done that turn, I think, but...
That's alright. We'll see. We still need another 4 in there, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that this turn.
So we'll get those back in the deck.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, no, I bled out too many combis.
Oh, yeah. The problem at the... Go on.
Yeah, so... Well, so as I was looking there, that should have been like standard, bringing this Decidueye so you can actually bench Combi again. So you can...
Well, that's the hope, anyway. Yeah. This...
And it's looking for another one of those, and hopefully an Ultra Ball.
Yeah. This hand might have said otherwise, though. I don't know. I mean, I still would have at least killed the Vespiquen if nothing else, so I guess I still would have been like fine that turn, right? Because I would have just done the 1 Feather Arrow plus the Horn Attack again on it. So I could have at least done something that way, but yeah, this hand was looking pretty alright to sort of bounce back off of that. But yeah, it's tough. I did get first turn advantage on this one, and even though it was a weird first turn, I did get the Decky out immediately, and you know, we actually had it, so like I can't really fault that. Yeah, I tried a few different variants of Decidueye stuff, and the one that actually does the best in this format, quote-unquote, fucking sucks. Let's just put it that way. Decidueye Vileplume was like the top deck of this format, and it was just like, this does nothing for me whatsoever. It did not set up at all. It really soured everything last time around with it. Like, I had tried the one with Latios, was pretty fun, but dies to Tauros, because Tauros is really annoying, right? It's like, how on earth do you beat this with Decidueye, like, as a standard thing, right? Because it just, like, kind of hard counters it for the most part. The way you beat it generally, I guess, is just play your own Tauros as well. This one's actually really good, though. Like, it sets up pretty consistently. It's got enough sort of speed to it. I did have Glaceon and Rainbows in here. I've kept one Rainbow for the side shot just in case that literally it is like Mega Mewtwo would be the thing for it. Because Mega Mewtwo kind of dunks on this a fair bit as well. It gets around Tauros quite easily at that stage. And at least you could hit 140 on it potentially. It's like that can be just enough if you can get like as much setup as possible. So it's like, okay, maybe I keep the one just in case. But yeah, the problem with Glaceon in here, as nice as the attack is, both attacks really are with Decidueye, is it takes 2 attachments, and Tauros only takes 1, right? You just put a DCE on it and Tauros goes, whereas you need both a Rainbow and either Grass or DCE to get Glaceon to do the thing, and ultimately that just didn't end up working out well enough, so I didn't bother with that. But I did play the Espeon because this thing is freaking evil with Decidueye. It's going to be worse, if you will, for the opponent in the next set, right? Because in the next set, we've got stuff like Ninetales-GX can do some snipe damage, Tapu Koko can just spread all over the place for it, so like Decidueye can get a significant change in the sort of bit there, go more single prize route instead of this. But Espeon is still absolutely vile in this list for it as well, so it's, yeah, Sacrifice is just a tiny bit with like only 3 forest in here, but I've never found that to be that much of a problem, to be honest. And Ninja Boy is really good. Ninja Boy into Tauros is great. Get away from the Shaman, turn it into a giant angry bull, and God help the opponent if it's got any damage counters on it, right? Because Mad Bull is very, very powerful. That's what I like with this, though. It's got versatility. Even though it is a Stage 2 deck, it's a bit hard to set up sometimes. It does have the versatility of having, like, Hollow Hunt is a ridiculous GX attack, especially out of the gate. But you also just have the ability to one-shot pretty much anything that you want as well, right? If you go down that route instead. So yeah, lots of versatility in this list. Not as much as with here because we don't have versatile. Oh ho, but you know. So what was the idea with this then?
Just wanted to give Vespiquen a go and see if it was any good.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't think
Zoroark
it. Go on.
Using Zoroark instead of the Legends list, Zebstrika line.
yeah, I wasn't sure if Zebstrika was the right way to go.
It's there for Mega Ray. Like, that's pretty blatant, I think.
Yeah. And I don't know, like I feel like you probably trade decently enough with Ray because you have a couple of special charge in here, so you should be able to attack enough times during the game, right? So I think you can trade well enough with it. So yeah, it's maybe more awkward if you don't have the Zeb in there, but I don't know how much that matters.
I was wanting to fit a Ninja Boy in here, but I wasn't sure where.
Ninja Boy, it's awkward in a deck like this with more than one evolution line, right? Like it worked really well in your other deck because you could just evolve like.
I just think it'd be nice to turn a active Clef Key into a Bull or a Mew or something.
Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, get a Shaman away. as you did.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird line, I will admit, but I didn't really see any better way of using the Fury Belt there, and I was just like, I'm not gonna want to do anything else with this. I don't want to discard like the Fury Belt or something to the Sycamore I had in hand, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like, you know, do the conversion now, because this thing with a Fury Belt is really hard to take down. So it's like we don't have the tool removal in this set to really take advantage of that as of now. So it just seemed like it would make sense. Glad we get to see the power of the card a little bit more though, because God, this card is just like, it reads like a custom, doesn't it? Just being able to go, hey, take your spent basic Pokemon and convert it into something else entirely. Don't worry if it can evolve, then you can just do that as well. That's great, you know. Just reads like a freaking custom, but it's kind of hard to fit into a lot of decks sometimes, isn't it?
It's also there to get rid of bad start mons, like, oh no, Unknown is my active mon, and or Klefki's the active mon, which, you know, aren't great.
That's fair, that's
Trying
fair.
to get something else going there.
Yep. Oh yeah, I mean, we were talking about the whole like Mega Ray thing. I guess you can just attach this, right? And just be like, yeah, you've got to Lysander my attacker away in order to get to me this turn. So like, yeah, I don't know if Zeb Strike is really necessary for in here.
Yeah, not with 4 of these guys.
Yeah, I will admit, I saw 2 and I was thinking, okay, how many more are there going to be in here? I was thinking maybe there'll be one more. Didn't quite expect the full 4, I will admit.
It's easy to discard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. The things I see cut compared to the list are actually Rattata, which would have been quite helpful there, actually. The Anaheim list this looks based on had 2 Rattata in it.
Yeah, so that would have discarded the Fury Belt at the end on the Tauros. That would have gotten the KO there, because there were still 16 discarded bonds at that time.
It's just at that point it wouldn't have helped beyond that.
Yeah, and then I just Feather Arrow it, right? Because 40 HP, so it's like a Feather Arrow that, you got rid of your Stadium with Paint Roller, so I just Decidueye the Vespiquen, so I take another 2 prizes, and then where are we at, right? I'm at 1 prize left at that point with a pretty reasonable established setup, because I'd have had the DCE on the second bench.
The only thing is,
Decidueye.
I don't value Rattata annoyingly much because it doesn't stop the thing it's meant to stop.
Yeah, which is Gob. Yeah. Yeah, there's only one
HP evolving basics, by the way, in Gen 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
There are Solosis, we've been over this. It's still getting like 30 health.
As frustrating as it is, there are some Pokemon just inherently that I think it makes sense for, just like there are some Pokemon it makes sense to have like ridiculous HP counts, you know, obviously Wailord, but looking at you like Dondozo, that sort of thing in the modern day, there are some Pokemon who are just legitimately tiny and shouldn't really have like 60 plus HP, you know. Unfortunately, Combi kind of is one of them. You know, it's stuff like that, or, you know, Flittle is the most recent sort of, well, even Tandemaus, right? The Tandemaus is sitting at 30 and 40 as well, and that's in Gen 9, so, you know. Yeah, no, it's I know it's frustrating, but, you know, there have to be some, I think, that go down that kind of route, because they really are just legitimately, like, the tiniest things in the world, you know. I mean, look at this thing. It is like, somehow it's what, a foot tall? That's kind of ridiculous, actually.
Well, that's because there's 3 of them.
There are 3 of them, yeah. So, but still, it's a very large honeycomb. But yeah, this.
They're just Minecraft bees.
You know what? I could see that. But yeah, no, I wanted to build Decidueye this time around, because even though it gets new tools in the next set as well, just like everything else, it's like there's so many decks I would like to try next set that it's gonna get pushed out, and this ended up being the best overall one. The Latios one was actually really cool too, but because it could attack on turn 1 for it, but the pressure wasn't quite there compared to Tauros, right? Because Tauros.
This is the grass one I was looking to bring today, but I got the formats wrong.
Yeah. See, this was the deck, this kind of thing, the Lorantis stuff was the deck I was like, I tweaked it a fair bit. It's definitely better than when I played you like 2 weeks ago, but it's still not that great. And you know, next set you've already got this, so it's like I don't think I need to play this week. So I built someone else instead, basically. Laurantis is a fun idea. It just doesn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't end up quite coming together as well as one would like most of the time. But with Bulu, it is pretty interesting. So,
I think the Sunny Day one definitely helps the math.
Yeah, this is definitely helpful for sure. It's often just a lot to set up in the end, I think, is what I was having a hard time with. Even when I tried to keep it as simple as I could, it just, like, yeah, damage output wasn't amazing for what it was, but then it also, yeah, it just was a bit awkward sometimes trying to set stuff up.
Roadblock seems really strange here. You feel like you really want all your bench spaces for Sunny Day and stuff.
It's to discard damaged mons.
It's partly that, but it's also because Mega Ray exists, right? This overrides Skyfield, so it's one of those. This deck doesn't look like it really does very well whatsoever into Mega Ray, because you two-shot it at best, and it one-shots you no matter what, right? Because your best is 210. So, yeah, this deck really doesn't do well into Mega Ray, so I think it needs the tech to go against that. That's my idea. It's like you don't want to put it down, but if you're up against that matchup and you don't have it, you auto lose. So you better put it in play. Better put it in play in that instance, you know. Right. I know you said you didn't have like a ton sort of set up, but do you want to have a go, Pepper, or do you want to have a go against him, Si?
No, you did not get to go against him last time. You get to go against him now.
This is fair. Right, I do have one other that I am definitely interested in playing here because it will not survive next set. So, let's see what we can do with that. We'll go for Tails here. Alright.
I will go first.
Yep, sounds good to me. I do not have a basic in this hand.
I'm old. I have to...
Huntail. Okay, well, I mean, you get to see what I'm looking at, so...
Huh.
One card in there says it all. Karen in there as well, that's interesting. Yeah, needless to say, this deck does not survive next set, so... Wow, that is a lot of Huntail. Candy as well. Where are we going with this? Alright. Trying to think what... Is this Primarina? This might be Primarina. I don't know. Okay.
Ah, I see.
See what you got then. Oh, it's Solgaleo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see the idea with that. Well, this is going to be interesting then, because Solga does resist Mewtwo, but also kind of one-shots it, so... Yep.
Reggie Rock.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you just
DC
pile
Reggie
all the
Rock
energy on that, yeah.
And pass.
Yep, because you can't Lysander that in either, so that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I can understand that. Right, we will start with Hoopa, because being a psychic type, we can still use the power. So we will do just that. Yeah, obviously, with weakness being a thing, this deck just cannot live the next set. So I'm like, I've got to play it now, if ever. And I don't think we've actually put this one on video. I think the closest we got to it is you tested it midweek one time. So yeah. just when you're hit by weakness for Garbodor, then it's just you just pack it up. There's no way, right?
And
Yes.
Lele.
Oh, Lele doesn't
That's
hit
what it is.
weakness.
Oh.
They learned. Right, well, we will only grab 2 because that's, I guess, all we really need off it this time, but that is fine. Just trying to see what else we want because I do have Ultra Balls, so we will pitch. Probably doesn't matter too much off it. We'll pitch and then Mega Turbo, I guess, and grab ourselves an Eevee. So do that. Let's go Floatstone here, DCE on a Mewtwo, and we will Sycamore. Pitching the VS Seeker. Very funny. Yikes. Yeah, alright, go ahead.
Itachi Splash Energy through the Bench Clan Pearl, and your turn.
Yeah. This is the unfortunate bit with Wob, I guess, isn't it? But, you know. Alright, Spirit Link on the Mewtwo. It's like, do I even want to do anything else? This has got 50 HP, fair enough. It's just, like, I can do stuff, I just don't know if I want to with this hand. I guess I'll just attach to the Wob for now and pass, go ahead.
Okay, I get to play cards. Think about his hand, it's a bit weird.
That's okay. Mine was too. I was saying I could. It's like again. Like, do I even want to go further right now? I didn't think so.
I blew ya. I blew ya. I know I'm just getting rid of your Hooper, but I'm blowing ya.
No, that's fine.
This Lily.
Oh yeah, okay.
Any
So
blue
draw
leaf
4.
ball?
Yep. Yeah, Lily's something I'll probably consider next set
DC
potentially.
on the Reggie Rock. Ass.
That's a big ass Regirock right now. Okay. Game, you are fucking hilarious right now. I guess. I don't even know. I mean, I know what I want to do, but it's just gonna give you Shaman, so why would I, right? I'm just gonna attach to the Wobbuffet this Psychic Assault for 10 here.
Okay.
Also, yeah, this is a lot of energy to be worried about right now as well. That's the other thing to consider here. It's like, you get one more down on this, and it's like, Mewtwo is kind of getting hurt pretty bad here, so I don't want that immediately.
No, well, I'm gonna change. We have the Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Rainbow.
Okay, yeah.
2. And then I'm going to end this hand away because, oh my fucking hell, what was I do with this?
You honestly, I drew like 4 of my
Lily 3 times.
I drew 4 of my psychic energies, so you know.
Yes, I was rigged hard on VS Seeker.
Yeah. The one thing I could have considered there was potentially playing down the shrine, but I was like, I don't need to bounce the stadium right now, so why should I?
Oh, I had to red myself. I'd actually get the KO.
Yeah, you're 10 short, aren't you?
Yeah, because I'm not supposed to do this to myself. It's supposed to be to clear my Shamans and to deal with Mega Ray a bit, but I had to clear that for Lily Draw because I had such a brick.
Yeah. So maybe me not playing the stadium was actually the correct choice somehow. Okay. We take those?
Yeah, we'll put down the 100 on you.
Alright, we will draw. The thing is like, yeah, it's obviously really annoying for you. I'm just looking at it going, how much do I even want that to be the thing?
You playing defense was actually saving my ass there, because it's like, I've got nothing but VS Seeker. What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, I didn't want a Sycamore a hand like that though. It's like, when I had so many of my Psychic Energy down, it's just like, I really didn't want to go down that route. Anyway, right, we have the Mega now, so we can deal with that. Sorry, mouse gone a bit weird. I don't know. It's like this mouse seems to be a bit weird sometimes with like just scroll wheel up for no reason. It's like, or scroll wheel down. It's just a bit odd in terms of like sensitivity, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna train this male here, see if we can get anything else interesting. Okay, well, interesting is correct. Whether or not it's actually good is the other point here. Because it's like, I know what I want to do, but I'm physically not allowed to do it, so we can't do that one. So that is what it is. So then the question is it worth? Basically, is it worth taking Ultra Ball here? Because I mean, I could manually evolve the Eevee, I suppose. That's not the worst thing in the world. Can't exactly energy evolution it right now because I'm switching it off with Wobbuffet. So you know. What do I dump if I do? Yeah, you know. Alright, you've got that. Yeah, we'll take it. So we can Ultra Ball, pitching, Wob, and Shaman. I'll clear the board up in a sec. Because yeah, we are going to grab the Espeon. Which I think is mostly in here as a 1-1 because it's a GX attack, otherwise the deck doesn't have one, right? So it's a good GX attack at that. Not quite enough to kill Regirock though. Freaking 110. And then we're gonna pull this guy back out because I've got VS Seeker for the end.
Okay.
Get a 6. Alrighty then. What do we do from there? Probably got to actually try and establish a hit. Would make sense. Let's go. I mean, I don't need to put any more energy down to get the KO, so there's at least that. Let's go Psychic on the Espeon then. Floatstone the Espeon, 0 retreat out to the Mewtwo, and Psychic Infinity for 100.
Okay. Rainer's Mail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna whiff.
Okay.
Rainbow on the Clamperl. And Sycamore the rest of this way. Running Regirock, Sycamore, Karen, and the VS Seeker.
Okay. Yeah, not much you can really play out of that that makes sense.
Hammer Ball.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay. this game went weird. So I didn't get set up at all.
That's fair, yeah.
Down. Yeah, it's just D. 5, do the 100 again.
Yep. So just copy that one. Alright, we will draw. Ooh. Oh shit, I don't know if I want to do that or not. Like I do and I don't at the same time. That's weird. Do. God. I know what I want to hit, but I can't hit it because if I do, it's just attach of anything and that's it. Lysander the Clamperl. I really want to hit that Cosmog down in case, but you have already spent like 2 rainbows as well, so I'm maybe a little bit more comfortable than I should be there. We are going to think whether or not I want to attack with the Mewtwo here. I kind of do, but... Oh wait, can I double check Splash Energy real quick?
Sure.
Attached is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack. Got it. DCE, pay the retreat. Decidueye-GX, put the 10 on the Huntail then, because that just takes it away.
Okay.
The catch is because you put a rainbow on this thing, Psychic still takes it out, that's the idea. Because this is a powerful Psychic, unlike the frickin' Evolution's Mewtwo.
Ultra Ball, discarding Shaman Rare Candy.
This is why I wanted to take the Cosmog out, because I was like, you could easily just have that here, but you know. I was like, if I just keep hitting these things, then I'd probably end up like taking this that way.
BCE on the Regirock.
That's why I didn't want to hit with the Mewtwo, because I knew it was going down if I did.
And I'm gonna have to end ya.
Yep, I had to read.
Which song will you be singing?
That's a good question.
Well, you know, we could just draw it.
You could just have it anyway, yeah, that is true.
That's what it's doing me at this point, but yeah, in a minute. We'll figure that out in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna put the one. Yeah,
Yes.
put the 170 on.
It's not. It's nowhere near 170. Yeah, it's 120, isn't it?
120, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, entirely.
Yeah, with Choice Band and no blue, no red side on you, it would be 170. But that's quite a ways out. Okay. Now, yeah, the weirdness sort of begins with this. Well, I mean, plus side, I suppose, we've basically run you out of the Huntail, so the main part of this doesn't work anymore. We've gone through 2 rainbows with this one being in here, I think, so even if you've got like 1 more, you get 1 Sunsteel Strike off, potentially. Pretty sure there's no... Well, I mean, I guess there's multi-switch, but that'd be hella weird to play in here. It's not really any way of getting, like, this to attack, even. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely no way, because it takes 3 fighting. I didn't even notice it was that many. I thought it was DCE 2 fighting. Okay. that would make it a reasonable enough thing in this situation, but no. Right, so... I guess now the question is, the hell am I doing with the rest of this here? What have I already gone through? Not a lot. 1 DCE, I guess, but... alright, let's finally bump Stadium, since I think I'm getting rid of your last, like, water threat for a while here, so I can have some space on my bench for a bit. We will go... Am I doing that? I think I'm doing that anyway, aren't I? Yeah, Ultra Ball, pitching N and Mega, because I don't have the Spirit Link down. And it's just, is there even anything that I want to get? I mean, I guess I could just get another Mewtwo, that would probably be alright. Do I need another one? No, probably not. You know what? We might need another one of him, so we'll get him down anyway. It's worst case scenario, you put another parallel down, I just get rid of this one now, so that's fine. And then last card is Sycamore, so we'll draw our 7. See, the problem is now I have the Spirit Link, now that I've discarded the Mega. God damn it, game. Whatever. Trainer's Mail. That is still on 4, right? Yeah. You are very funny, aren't you? See, now it's taunting me for not taking the Mewtwo because there's another Spirit Link in here. God damn it. I mean, I guess I'll just take the N. It's not that much of an issue here. So we'll do that. We will just get the Spirit Link down. And yeah, I guess Psychic for 90 is gonna do it here, so we'll do that. God, my prices were terrible this time. I'm just seeing how many of them I'm drawing and going, every single one of these is a banger. I don't want it in a decent part of the game earlier. These are awful. Teammates is pretty good, yeah.
Rumble goes down. Rainbow on the active.
Yep.
Special charge.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Just doing some math here. 260 HP. Where is it?
You do resist as well, yeah. So
3. You're most friendly decent. Oh yeah, I'm not dying any time. I'm not dying any day of the week to any of this
you've
shit.
got 250 HP here. You're not dying to that, no.
Because we are flipping the GX attack. We're hitting the GX attack here for Soul Burst GX.
Absolutely unhinged Soul Burst GX, searching for any 5 energy, not just basic energy, attaching them as you like. Yeah, absolutely unhinged attack here.
For this late game, it's got a little weird.
Yep. Okay.
2 rainbows, a DCE, and a splash.
Yep. Ultra Ball, pitching Hex and N. Grab ourselves out a Mega. So we'll do that. Lysander the Clamperl. And even though I'm going to have to do it by damage this time, I am still going to take it out. So yeah, we'll Psychic.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it keeps you off the Huntail. That was the whole idea. It's just like, because now you've got 1 attack. and I think I can muscle through even... Well, I might be able to muscle through for that. I've got nothing on the board at the moment that can do it, but I think there's a pretty solid chance I can do it from there. Because you can't even, like, preload this with another energy or anything either, because it just discards everything off itself. So...
DS Seeker for teammates.
Yep.
Use it. Bench the Clan Pearl again, attach another splash.
Yep.
And we are going to have to take the Sunsteel Strike KO here, I think.
Yeah.
We need to get the pressure off.
Yep, that makes sense. Alright, we will draw. Not exactly what we need here, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a slight problem. Oh god, what do we do with that? It's like kinda close, but also really not. Not to get into Solgaleo, obviously, but... I think I might need to buy another turn here. VS Seeker Hex Maniac to stop the Ultra Mode. I'm going to Mega Turbo, because I do not get blasted out by Sunsteel anymore, so we'll get our one here. And just because we can, I will Psychic Assault for 0. There you go. Just because I can.
Yeah. We have the Huntail in hand.
Yep.
Being Hex here is quite annoying, I will say.
Yeah, yeah. Because it stops you just switching in immediately, and there's like nothing else you can do with this thing unless you just, you know, you could obviously have a hard switch or something, I know, but it's it is one of those sort of points of it, like this really does hamper things a lot here.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the turn to VS Seeker for Karen. Play.
Oh
play
yeah,
her.
okay. So all of our Pokemon go back in the deck.
Yeah. In the original list, it was obviously a rescue stretcher because it's the next format.
Yeah, well, Karen is a lot more annoying here, right? Because it does kind of clog my deck up a bit here too. Yeah, okay. On the other hand, I have one Ultra Ball left, so maybe if I can get Ultra Ball for Shaman, I guess that would be something.
Not doing much of this hand otherwise. I'm just gonna pass it back so I can't do anything.
Yep, that's fine. Just looking at what I have left here. It's not a lot. Oh, but that helps.
If I didn't boil my rainbows, I would be using Gust Gathering right now. It would be funny.
See, the only problem with having to do the Hex play is now I don't know where the last hit is coming from, is the thing. Because I have my 4 VS Seeker for Lysander on the Huntail. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna bring it in. I can Floatstone Retreat here. I have the energy, and that's 100 damage exactly, because 10 plus 30 for every energy that's between us. So we will Psychic Infinity for the 100. You do get the Pokemon back in
Yeah,
hand.
I just realised that was a splash, so I do get these back.
Yeah, that's the bit that I'm like, I don't know about this, but I also just don't know what you do from here, and I can punch through this because I can't hit enough, right? So,
I do have to put this down.
yep. So even then, it's like you've only got, I say only, you've got 9 energy in play at the moment, which is not enough to take this guy out. So we're gonna have to wait a bit here, I think.
No, his turn has to include. Has to. Random bench ones go.
I mean, I've used Divide, I've used most of the stuff for it. Yeah, and so on. Yep.
Still waiting to evolve, so I'm gonna have to pass it back to you there and hope you don't find Lysander in 2 cards.
Right, well, yeah. How much? So, I mean, the problem, again, we're only doing like 50 is the annoying thing here. Is it even worth? What are we doing with this guys? 1,9,680. You don't have a DCE, and I'm pretty sure there's no way of getting an extra energy in play here, so probably fine. Will Psychic Infinity for the 50 here.
Huntail, Flash, Ultra Ball, it's got Timer Ball, Solgaleo.
Solgaleo, but yeah.
It's a lion. I want to say Leo.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, but you said Solgaleo is what you said. That's why I was like, yeah. Yep.
6.
Uh-huh.
Tail on this.
Okay.
That's me with VS Seeker for N.
Yeah, yeah.
Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball, Rare Candy.
Yep.
Yeah, just fish out another Huntail for no real good reason. And pass, because I'm just noticing the board set up here and
Yeah. Alright, we will go. Sycamore. Pitch Mewtwo.
probably GG then if you just stick a mod.
Don't know about that immediately, but Well, we'll floatstone the Wob. I guess that makes sense. It's awkward because it's like I'm kind of close to doing something cool, but at the same time I'm not. And I mean, that's the last VS Seeker. You've got 3N already played, so it's like, how much more do I have to play out of this hand right now? It's like, is it worth actually just... It kind of is. It's like, I'm thinking, is it worth going out to the Wob here? Because... yeah, it gets killed like effortlessly, but it also doesn't give up 2 prizes. It forces some weird math here. I have noticed there's no Lysander being played yet, which is awkward, but you know, might just have to be one of those live with it type moments. Yeah, because what else am I doing otherwise? I mean, I guess your only thing you can hit with, I can easily kill with a 2 energy Mega Mewtwo though. So like, if I just attach here, surely that should probably seal it up, right? Yeah, we're just gonna Psychic Infinity for the 50 here.
Yeah, let's skip it then. Not waste your time because I need to find my special charge. So out of energy in deck.
Yep, I had a Mega Turbo in hand, so I would.
I could have done. I just need to get 10. I was 10 off. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that. The hand you end away had Parallel. I was considering playing down Parallel to Redu again, but I was like, you don't have enough energy in play, and you can't get a DCE to burst me, so I don't think I need to play Parallel this turn. That was the logic of it, and you end me out of it, obviously. But yeah, I was like rotating it down, going, do I bounce my thing with this? But then the other reason not to do that is because the alternative thing I could have maybe done was like, you know, Lysandered up something and hit with, you know, like just gone for the damage trans, right? Was the other sort of bit I was considering. Maybe that wasn't necessary by the end, but it's like if you just didn't attach an energy to your other like Huntail or something, maybe I could have been. Yeah, my prizes were terrible. I prized like, was it 1 Mewtwo Spirit
My
like
opening
3?
was also garbage. This deck's supposed to turbo out the Solgaleo very quickly. It's got 4 candy.
Yeah. I saw the candy, I was like, what the hell is going on? And then like it kind of clicked when I saw the thing. I was like, oh, it's like I should probably get rid of
I picked up off the Battlefront off the Legends Discord.
Oh right, yeah, okay. I mean, it's fun.
It was a community posted deck from Technics format. I forget who posted it. I forget the original post, but
yeah.
That list was running Lele's, a Bridget, a Skylar, and that kind of thing to make it consistent. I do a lot of edits to try and cover for that.
Sure, and yeah.
I want to play more Trainers Mail in this. It's what's the cut.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the original list didn't even have Lysander in. I had to make room for that because I could not play without one Lysander at least.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I was looking, going, okay, what are we sort of doing? I was like, am I a liability to get end again here? It's like, it seemed pretty slim because you've gone through 3 end and 3 VF Seeker. So I was like, okay, do I need to play the Parallel down this turn? Probably not. Again, it's like, it wasn't as if you could just burst me that turn because you just didn't have any energy to do it with, right? All 4 of your DC were already in play. So it's not as if you could have attached a DC for even if you did have special charge because you just didn't have any. So I was like, I know the damage cap next turn. I know it's not going to kill me in 1 hit, so you've got to still hold. And so I was like, okay, the only reason to not play the Parallel then is in case I want to have, you know, like that access to it next turn. Or if you attached an energy, then I was going to Parallel, but of course you end me out of it. But it's like, I'm going to make you have 1 more energy for it before you can do it, right? It'd be my next 1 turn stall. But yeah, I was prudent enough with keeping enough of my draw supports available, and I did have Shaman in deck as well, so, and Hooper actually, because you Karen Hooper back into deck as well. So I had a couple of ways of getting the draw stuff that way, as well as I think it was 2 Sycamore left, because I prized like 2 of these and an N and like a Spirit Link, a DCE, and at least one regular. Yeah, it was one regular Mewtwo as well. So my prices were terrible that game, but it's all good. Yeah, I think honestly the toughest bit for me here was the fact of 2 energy was stuck on my Wobbuffet, because I couldn't Mega Turbo this stuff back earlier, right? I could have gone way quicker into stuff there. I could have probably Damage Trans something if I had that available. So it's like, and Damage Trans wouldn't have triggered Splash Energy, so I would have been perfectly fine on that. So like, yeah, I was, the fact of my Wob didn't discard the energy ended up being a bad thing. So it's so funny how that works out, right? I didn't play the Stadium because I didn't need it that turn, so your red side didn't get the KO when you wanted it to, but that KO stuck 2 energy on my board that was like really annoying otherwise. So it was funny, but you know. I don't know if the divide was fully right there. Maybe I should have killed the you know, Cosmo while I had the chance, but I think it was fine because it took one of your water attackers off the board in a way that you couldn't just retain it.
That was a very weird situation for the deck because, as I said, the main goal is to have Solgaleo out really quickly.
Yeah.
And then Soul Burst, and then start spamming Huntails.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I mean,
but I had to manually attach 3 DCE that game. Or was it 2? It was a lot of DCE for the game. Yeah. You're not supposed to need to do that very often.
No, absolutely not. And yeah, it was, as I saw, very strange off it. But also a weird start for me a bit as well, because I just didn't have, like, I couldn't get the Mega Mewtwo immediately, so it was just like, what am I doing here off of it, you know? It's, I guess I just stop you from using Shaman and stuff so that you don't get through your deck quickly. And, you know, it's maybe a bit of a slow pace, but I think I could benefit more from that just because of the inevitability of Mega Mewtwo, right? Like, I mean, the fact that just a DCE Mewtwo takes out this thing when it's attacking
you have good
helps a
time
lot.
at this matchup, which hurts me a lot.
To be fair,
I need a lot to beat you, and you don't need anything to beat me, really.
To be fair, Mega
I'm a
Mewtwo...
long that's have expected, but...
Yeah, Mega Mewtwo has a really good matchup that way into a lot of decks, to be fair. It's mostly Ray is, like, the only real thing that it doesn't. Because Ray does one-shot you, and, you know, you don't get close enough to it. But even then, I guess if you could get enough Mega Turbos out, Ray's on 3 energy, you need 8 between you? No, 7 between you, because you've got 10 plus. So you can do that with Mega Turbos, so I think it's still a bit of a slugfest between Ray, and you've also got the Parallel and, you know, 4 stadiums in general to help out there. But I think that's probably your worst matchup. Otherwise, most stuff doesn't one-shot Mega Mewtwo very easily, and with a couple of turbos or something like that out, Shrine of Memory's Damage Trans kills almost everything, right? So it's kind of nasty. But the problem is, it's weak to Psychic, which means you're taking 40 times next set from Garbodor per item in your discard, and Field Blower gets rid of your Spirit Links, so that's an extra couple of 40s in there anyway, even if you are like ultra conservative with your own stuff. So this deck just completely dies out next set, and that's why I wanted to play it this round, because we haven't shown it somehow, and it's just like, it is a really good deck.
I actually played when I played it on that midweek, I think that's probably what happened.
Yep, you played it in the midweek, that's why I was mentioning earlier, going, pretty sure we haven't seen this because of that, so yeah, this was the primary thing that I wanted just to do with it, and god, what an interesting sort of matchup this ended up being with it, you know. Very curious. Cool deck though. I mean, I tried to make this work with like Palkia before because Max Elixir plus the Aqua Cycle. Is that Aqua Cycle? The 2 energy attack that accelerates. Yeah. Like that ends up being quite nice as well. But Solgaleo was a hell of a buff for it. You know, that is very fun if you can get it to work.
Yeah, and that means you got room to run, and you can run the Reggie Rock, which means your DCs are very safe here. Like,
yep.
Not much is threatening. Like, this Decidueye worries me a bit.
Yeah.
Because that slowly takes us out. And that's like Umbreon hurts it, but I guess you'll have special charges for that. It can only do it once.
Yeah.
Nothing else really threatens it.
Well, Umbreon can also run Flareon and then Ow.
Well, into the Solgaleo,
sure. This isn't meant to be the attacker. Like, its Sunsteel striking now is basically a circumstance.
You're thankfully not very weak to Lightning, but Umbreon could also eat the Shamans, at least.
I think the awkward bit for the Umbreon match in particular is that this has 100 HP, right? And I mean, you've probably got to try and dedicate some hits to it with Shadow Bullets preemptively. Yeah, Rainbow Energy can be a thing.
And 200 is super easy for me to hit, because that's all because 4 DC on the regular rock plus my attack energy. So you've got to discard those DCs when they hit, or I start killing you first.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea is like, yeah, I mean, you can hit to 200 with this. It does take quite a bit though. It's not like completely free, because 4 DC plus your attachment is actually 180, as we found in the previous thing with it, right? Because it's 9 energy total.
Oh yeah.
So it's not 20 plus, it's 20 times. So
yeah, right, But it's still like Solgaleo plus my attach.
It's very close, and that's like the main bit. And I mean, just having a free switch here is really good too. Like, I had to waste, quote unquote, waste one of my VS Seeker on Hex instead of the Lysander.
That was not a waste.
Right?
I'm telling you that now.
I know it wasn't, but it was just like it felt it, because I was like, okay, my game plan here, if I drew the energy the turn prior, game plan was I had both VS Seeker in hand, so it was like VS Seeker Lysander like twice and that wins the game, right? So that was my goal, because I'd already used both Lysander in the deck and 2 VS Seeker were gone, so I didn't have anything else left after that for Gusting. So I was like, alright, how the heck am I getting through this? And the answer was I probably don't. Right, so you know that was the whole.
I did not think about this guy just as a blocker, just as a tank.
He's huge. He's 250 HP. Like, holy crap! You know, like, what am I gonna do against that with this deck? Right? I guess I've got to SP on it, right, to devolve it, because otherwise I'm never getting through it. He's heckin' huge. So,
one change I made to deal with this, I put in a Cosmo M.
Yeah,
Not a huge difference, but.
I mean, yeah,
I don't feel comfortable being in a Vileplume format without a mid-stage.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Don't.
Exactly. Totally understand that. Yeah, so then I guess the only thing we didn't end up showing off in the battles then was the first deck you were trying then, Sai, your Umbreon thing, right? Have you still got that?
There's also the Bull.
Yeah, I mean, I did have it out at least. It did get a get a KO, but we didn't get the Man Ball part of it, I suppose. But it's like the Umbreon Tauros like evolution type thing was the deck I was thinking you were gonna play, but then we brought this.
There's also
this
Giratina and Tauros as well.
Yeah. There's a few sort of bits that way, but yeah. So like the long-term thing is the only thing we really didn't see out of this one I was expecting was the Umbreon. Because the Umbreon is really good. Obviously can't play it in this deck because we need Psychic Energy for the damage trans and stuff, but yeah, like both Umbreon and Espeon having access to Energy Evolution, which is going to come back several times in other like points during this as well. It's yeah, really strong. So yeah, this was what I was expecting to see because this tested very well a couple of weeks back. Right, and the Umbreon is just efficient. It's pretty good. Now, dot DCE just to do 90-30. I mean, we've seen that attack before do a lot of work, right? But now it's on something where you can evolve into it on the first turn and keep the energy safe with Strafe as well. So, and yeah, Darkrai couldn't discard 2 energy on the opponent's side of the field when it chose to. So, you know, that's a bit of a buff.
The only reason I beat Decidueye?
Yeah. Yeah. Because otherwise Decidueye does trade very favorably here, right? Because it's, yeah, I 2 shot and you don't, really, so... Although, obviously...
Not without a Flareon.
Yeah, the Flareon obviously helps a lot, yeah.
I was kind of looking at the Lapras deck, but I didn't feel like being that guy today.
No, and to be honest, save that for next set with the better version of it in Sylveon. Yeah.
Thinking, well, why does this not play red card? Because I look at that thing and think, red card here is scary. You've got 4 delinquents and can search both pieces.
To be honest, I don't think I like Chip's list that much for it, and it's not because it's, you know, like 4 delinquents, etc. It's mostly just because I don't think you need that many delinquent, you know? When you could just search for it, right? And you've still got 4 VS Seeker. Seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, even with that though, even just be able to search delinquent red cards, there's N or die.
Yeah.
A
I
lot
mean,
of
that's
matchups, I'm sure.
deck in a nutshell is like N or die, right? But I don't know. Like I said, it's obviously one of those types of decks for it, and that is what it is. But I mean, you do still have to have a stadium and play as well, so that's taken up like all of your searches for it at that point, right? But we'll get into Sylveon next time because there's more to sort of dissect and stuff there. But
This was going to roll in the second deck for the week.
yeah, that's fair. This Veltal Garb is always a solid sort of pick. We didn't really show too much for the Garb because we just don't really want to per se. And the thing is, like, a lot of the Garb decks, they kind of feel like they play the same right now, which is why next set's one is comparatively refreshing because this guy isn't the primary focus, right? And honestly, when you look at the way a lot of the decks are built here, like, look at this. We have got 19 items in this one. We have got, God knows how many in here, like, it's what, 18, 19, 20, because tools are items at the moment. So, like, 20 within that. I'm playing, like, what, 4 tools down here as well, 16, so I'm also playing, like, 20. Yeah, like, even this list, which is probably, no, it's like 19 in here as well.
I think this is a low item one. Give me a sec.
Like, it's hard though,
But
because
this is for next.
yeah, it's pretty much like every sort of deck in this format, you're playing a high amount of Trainer's Mail. You're always playing the 4 Vespiquen for Ultra Ball. That's the true next format as well. But like, those are kind of a minimum. Trainer's Mail is very often in there. Other search stuff is there. There's plenty of tools because there's no tool removal in this one, so those are often played quite a bit as well. It's like there are, most decks are going to have about a third of it be items at the very least, right? And or close to it. Even the Vespiquen list here, and that's supposed to be playing a lot of Pokemon too, as it is. So it's like, yeah, items are a really, really huge focus of every single deck with it here, and it's been growing ever since, like, Shaman became a thing, right? It's kind of been getting more and more in that direction, and I think, like, as annoying as it is to say, just because it's Garbodor would be annoying to say, I think it's kind of okay there being some sort of check to that, right? Because, yeah, it's just like, this is kind of getting excessive, you know? We've seen and almost complained a bit at times about how turbo speed everything in Gen 6 was, right? And I know Shaman's a lot of the thing for that, but we also have so many items that can dig and, you know, like turbo through the stuff for it as well. Yeah.
Trainer's Mail is too good to a draw item.
Yeah, Trainer's Mail is it's like that. Ultra Ball is ridiculous. We've got the Acrobite stuff can go all the way through. Vespiquen, just so you don't have to play as many actual supporters for it. The Shaman not being a once per turn, it's like everything just kind of stacks up. And it's kind of insane, really, that, you know, it's taken this long. Maybe it was an overcorrection doing 20 times, but we'll discuss that next time as well.
I can play like Garb, it's not like this, that's a bit overtuned.
But, I mean, if it wasn't, maybe it would have ended up being like Vespiquen, where it's like really good, but also just like too easy to play around. I don't know. Anyway.
It had to be 20 times, but I think it might be better off either on a 2 prize one stage 1 or on a stage 2, or at least not a split line with the other Garb.
Yeah. But again, we'll get into all of that next time around because there's plenty to discuss in the next set. You thought like 46, 47 minutes for the Sun and Moon base set was too long for the stuff? Oh boy, I could probably talk for over an hour on this next one. It's that kind of wild. So until then, I suppose, on the YouTube side, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you then.
It's this one that's relatively low trainer size.
I'm starting to get a bit too many things loaded up here. I think that's taking forever to come out.
There we go.
Don't grouping things.
This one's relatively low, but it's still a far line.
Yeah, but even then, we're still talking 15 or so, right? Yeah, because 5 tools here. We're still talking 15, and that's about as low as it's gonna get because there's very little in here, right? So, yeah, it's gonna be one of those formats for it.